From bottled Kryptonian cities to classic team-ups with Batman, new readers should know these important pieces of lore from Superman comics. Though the debate rages about who the most popular superhero is, the most famous is certainly Superman. Created by writer Jerry Siegel and artist Joe Shuster in 1938's Action Comics #1, Clark Kent, Kal-El, Superman has since inspired decades of storytelling and the creation of the superhero genre. Despite Superman's ubiquity, the character's lengthy history may make Superman's adventures seem inaccessible. With thousands of comic books, TV shows, movies, and more being written about the character, certain aspects of the character's lore remain constant in every interpretation. The repeating nature of these elements makes a character with nearly a century of storytelling far more accessible than one might think. 10. His home planet was destroyed, but keeps reappearing. Superman is famously an alien, and many know that he was sent away from his exploding home planet by his parents while just a baby. However, the continued importance of Krypton to Superman goes beyond being his place of birth. Despite being destroyed just after Superman was born, Krypton has never stopped appearing in related media. Kryptonite, the strange element that is Superman's biggest weakness, is chunks of the planet. Similarly, despite Superman seemingly being the sole survivor of the planet, new Kryptonian refugee survivors have continued to pop up. 9. Krypton was incredibly high-tech. Part of the reason Kryptonians keep appearing is because of the highly advanced nature of Krypton's society. Superman's father, Jor-El, was a scientist who foresaw the destruction of his planet and, with his wife Lara, put their infant son into a rocket that allowed him to escape Krypton's demise and land on Earth. As an advanced society, Krypton had also eliminated capital punishment, instead sending criminals to the other-dimensional Phantom Zone. This high-tech prison contained many of Krypton's worst criminals and allowed them to return to menace Superman on Earth. Other examples of Kryptonian high-tech include sentient robots, curing disease, and perfecting cloning. 8. Smallville has a big influence. While Superman was born on Krypton, he was raised by Ma and Pa Kent in Smallville, Kansas. While Smallville is often presented as a sparsely populated agricultural town, it attracted a variety of menaces ranging from aliens to government agents for Superman to battle as a youth and into adulthood. Aside from Superman, a variety of other characters have their origins in Smallville. Lana Lang, one of Superman's love interests, comes from there, as do some interpretations of Lex Luthor. Connor Kent, a cloned version of Superman, also made his home in Smallville at the Kent farm with Kal-El's adoptive parents. 7. The Daily Planet provides Superman with adventure. Once Clark Kent left Smallville, he went to the nearby city of Metropolis to find his way in the world as a reporter at the Daily Planet newspaper. Much of Superman's civilian supporting cast originates at the paper, including fellow reporter, love interest Lois Lane, friend photographer Jimmy Olsen, and mentor editor-in-chief Perry White. The Daily Planet and its iconic globe-topped building have seen their fair share of action. The building has been attacked by supervillains numerous times, while the paper's stories have criticized major in-universe figures like Lex Luthor. Luthor White and even Bruce Wayne have all owned the Daily Planet at various points in continuity. 6. Superman has a long relationship with Batman. While Superman and Batman have often been portrayed as rivals or even enemies in recent media adaptations, the Man of Steel and the Caped Crusader traditionally have a long-standing friendship. The idea of pairing Superman and Batman began in the 1940s when DC put their two most successful heroes together in a comic for the World's Fair. The trend has continued into the present day. Superman and Batman are often presented as being some of the first heroes to meet each other in DC's modern age of heroes, leading to a long-standing trust between the two. The pair are also often friends in their civilian identities as Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne. 5. Superman has his own superfamily. Superman generally gets along with the hero community at large, but the same cannot always be said for other members of the superfamily. Like Batman's Bat family, Superman also has a collection of similarly themed heroes who he goes on adventures and fights crime with. Of this group, the most notable is likely Supergirl, Kara Zor-El, who is most traditionally portrayed as a fellow survivor of Krypton. Other Kryptonian survivors include Krypto, the Superdog, and Beppo, the Super Monkey. There are also numerous Superboys, including Connor and John Kent. Other heroes, like the Legion of Superheroes, similarly are important allies to Superman. 4. Superman has a superpowered son. Superman and Lois Lane have long been romantically paired, so it only made sense when the two married and had a son. John Kent soon became the breakout character of the Super family, holding powers similar to his father and adopting the name Superboy. As Superboy, John Kent has gone on to team with Damian Wayne, the current Robin and son of Batman, as the Super Sons. Superboy has other similarities to his father aside from Bat family friendship, including a secret slouching civilian identity, traditional Kryptonian powers, and a period spent in the 31st century aligned with the Legion of Superheroes. 3. He has an extensive rogues gallery. No superhero is complete without an exploration of their villains. Superman has some of the most famous, disparate, and intriguing foes in comics. Lex Luthor is Superman's most prominent enemy, a businessman whose greed and distrustful nature have come to put him against DC's larger superhero community. Other Superman foes include the Parasite, an energy-absorbing criminal, Metallo, a violent cyborg, and Mr. Mistfolk, an all-powerful, other-dimensional trickster imp. Superman's enemies often challenge the hero in numerous ways, ranging from tests of his physical power to trying Superman's ability to solve problems without violence. 2. Superman has died before. Like any good superhero, Superman has died before. Superman's death was one of the most famous in comics, coming at the hands of the genetically engineered alien monster Doomsday during the 1992-1993 event, The Death of Superman. Real-world media widely covered the event as a milestone for the character. Superman's death did not last long. Following his death, 4 characters inspired by Superman, Cyborg, Superman, Steel, the Eradicator, and Superboy, appeared in the DC Universe fashioned as temporary replacements until the Man of Steel was resurrected in October 1993. 1. A Silver Age quirk helps define Superman. Superman's death is an example of how modern comics tend to have become more serious and dark. However, instances of Golden and Silver Age silliness are still crucial parts of the character. One example is the Bottle City of Kandor, a shrunken city stolen from Krypton before its destruction and kept by the supervillain Brainiac. Though Superman has tried, the character has typically been unable to restore Kandor to its natural size and free its survivors from their miniature stature. As such, Kandor represents a key aspect of Superman, trying to do the right thing even against impossible odds.